bad, okay?
United Nations military units, all right? And actually forced at gunpoint to give semen samples in little plastic jars.
You got nothing, kiddo. Snake eyes. The house wins.
Take over the countries. This is not a map, it's a wish list. It's a wish list of countries in North Africa, the Middle East and the Near East, which they are picking off one after the other. Libya, now they're into Syria, they're starting trouble in Lebanon, they're in Iraq, they're in Afghanistan. Of course, they want Iran. And what they're doing is they're finding different excuses to pick off different countries, because they have to find different excuses, or people might think that there's a pattern here. This is what Libya looked like in 2007. This is what the same street looks like in 2011. This is Libya. Hey, you are free. And this is what happens when you pepper bomb cities to protect civilians from violence. What happened? I got no brief for bloody Gaddafi and all that stuff, but that's not the point. What happened was that they've got this system where they want to target someone. So what they do is they fund and train rebels covertly, and they bloody arm them. And then they get the rebels to start shooting at government targets. Political response, media response. Then the governments start shooting back at the rebels. Political response, they're shooting and killing their own people. Media response, the same. Oh, we got to send people in, humanitarian. And in come the de facto bloody world army, NATO, dropping bombs everywhere. And now they're doing the same in bloody Syria. It's not a Syrian civil war, it's a mercenary bloody war. That's what that is. You know, NATO bloody weapons here in the boxes for them. And this neocon organization, the Project for the New American Century, it was behind the Bush administration. And in September 2000, before the Bush administration came in, it produced a document which called for the incoming Bush administration and America to fight, quote, multiple theaters of war in places like Libya and Syria and all these countries. But it said in the document in September 2000, but this process of transformation, this takeover of country after country, was likely to be a long one, absent some catastrophic and catalyzing event like a new Pearl Harbor. 1 year to the month after that document was published, 9 months after the same people came to power in the Bush administration, the United States had what Bush called our Pearl Harbor, and as a result, they justified the targeting of all the countries that were in that document. This is a man called General Wesley Clark, and he said this in a television interview. This is not God's gift of peace either. He led the NATO attacks in the former Yugoslavia. But he said in a television interview in 2007 that immediately after 9/11, he was told that a coup was being plotted by Dick Cheney, Vice President then, Don Rumsfeld, Defense Secretary, Paul Wolfowitz, Defense Secretary Deputy, and what he called a half a dozen other collaborators from the Project for the New American Century that included an invasion of Iraq. 6 weeks later, he said, he was back with the guy, and he saw the same officer, and he said, why haven't we attacked Iraq? Are we still going to attack Iraq? And this officer said to him, this is again, after 9/11, 6 weeks, sir, it's worse than that. The officer pulled up a piece of paper off his desk and said, I just got this memo from the Secretary of Defense's office. It says we're going to attack and destroy the governments in 7 countries in 5 years. We're going to start with Iraq, and then we're going to move to Syria, Lebanon, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, and Iran. And Clark said the aim of the plot was they wanted us to destabilize the Middle East, turn it upside down, and make it under our control. And that is the agenda that's been followed, and all these excuses to pick off country after country are just that, bloody excuses. And of course, One of the things they want is to get to the China and Russian border. They want a third world war with China and Russia. It's been in their documents for ages. And so what we're seeing are these people going through the Middle East using different excuses to pick off their target countries. You know, oh, America stands for freedom. We want to protect Brazilians. We only care about peace. Ah, only kidding, only kidding. This is Hillary speaking. No, I just love it. Oh, yes, I love it. Syria next, kill them. Oh, I love it. There you are, that's bloody NATO. There you go, I like that. So we look at Iran. And this is how many wars they have instigated or fought since the Second World War.
Saying this week that the reason the United States attacked Iran is because Israel had told them, we are going in first to attack, fuck you, we're doing it, which was going to put a bullseye on United States bases and therefore our troops and our assets, and the United States therefore felt forced to attack. I say that because the evidence is clear, and it's always been clear, that this is Israel's war. This is not our own war. There is no good evidence to the contrary. Take people like Benjamin Netanyahu at their word. Benjamin Netanyahu has been bloodthirstily yearning for this. Direct quote on the yearning part. He didn't say bloodthirsty, but he said yearning. For over 40 years. He has wanted to invade Iran for over 40 years. You can run the tape of him saying Iran is a year or a week away from a nuclear bomb for the last 30 plus years. You can run the tape of him testifying in 2002 that says, you must attack Iraq and then you must attack Iran. They are developing nuclear weapons and they will be a threat to America and the world order moving forward. He's been saying this forever. And he told our president, fuck you, we're going. He told him that at the same time that our president and everyone, let's not single out Trump here, we've been listing off a bunch of people over the past several weeks, are facing the most existential crisis of the elite class in the history of probably America with these Epstein files, which implicate Israel. They certainly implicate the CIA as well, to be clear, but Jeffrey Epstein was working with Mossad. And he was working with them in a dominant capacity. I will say that. I still believe that in the evidence that he was most dominantly working with Mossad over CIA. It's very clear he was working with CIA. It's very clear that that may go back longer than I first thought, for sure. And we will continue to investigate all those loops. But this is a man who was born in America, rose up in a very weird version of the American dream, certainly had a lot of things suspiciously handed to him in this country, and worked against its interests with a foreign nation that claims at all times to be our greatest ally, that pays 93 of our 100 senators lobbying money to say those exact words, sends them over to fucking Israel to talk about how we need to protect our greatest ally at all fucking costs, and goes to primary people like Thomas Massie when they dare step out of line and say otherwise. They've done it again and again and again. Of course, I'm talking about AIPAC. There's also the Republican Jewish Coalition. And I say that because all of these organizations, unfortunately, give an awful name, an unfair name, to all Jewish people around the world. You have a radical section of them that I will refer to as like the Zionist Israeli government and their Zionist supporters around the world.
Is completely full of shit. A Marine went to the joint, and the Joint Chiefs of Staff, and the 4-star generals wouldn't even turn around and look at him as his hand was getting broke by the police and a senator. They broke a Marine's hand for yelling out, "Nobody wants to go to war for Israel." Check it out.
Israel is the reason for this war. America does not want to fight this war for Israel. Let's go.
Out.
No one wants to fight for Israel!
His hand! Oh, his hand!
And you gonna follow them 4-star generals' orders when they say, go on and go die for Israel? You a stupid motherfucker. If everybody from the bottom to the top says, no, I ain't going, they can't stick all of y'all in jail. Everybody can't go to the brig if the whole military says,
no, I'm not doing it.
now you talking about 650 soldiers died so far in the conflict over there. They lying. Because if they saying 650, it's more like
6,500.
trust and believe that. Because we ain't winning. You know, I know we ain't winning. Because the news ain't playing it. Now, if we were winning, oh, they be showing you every missile blowing up all day goddamn long. They ain't showing it because Israel told them not to show it because Israel is fucked up. Don't believe me? Check out CNN.
Go up there. We're not showing you that because we're not going to show. The Israeli government does not allow us or want us to show where that may have come up, that interceptor. But I'm not.
Who the fuck is Israel to tell our news what the fuck they supposed to be showing us? Now, is it real? Hell no, it ain't real. According to some sources, this motherfucker done jumped in his equivalent to Air Force One and trying to land in Europe somewhere. They saying he landed in Germany. Because he just loved Israel so much that he had to run up out that motherfucker. Because they're winning. Allegedly, everything I just said, allegedly.
You're a good man, Bob. You can tell the bad people. This is not fair. It has to be this way.